Spirit. Welcome back to my channel, back in another video, and I'm here to talk about me getting my very first tattoo. So if you guys checked out my VidCon Baltimore vlog on day 3, I actually showed that I was going to get my first tattoo, but I wanted to save all of the footage for this video where I talk about the meaning behind my tattoo. So for those of y'all who may not have seen, this is the tattoo. I never know how to like show it because I feel like it's like slanted. But I'm gonna put a picture up actually on the screen so you guys can see the tattoo. So you guys see that it is 1111. Now you guys are probably wondering, well, why that number specifically? And honestly, and it's crazy, right? Because just kind of going backwards a little bit, right? Anybody that knows me and that's known me for a very long time knows that I've always been very anti-tattoo. Not on anybody else. I don't care if other people get tattoos. I know that's another misconception. Same thing with, drinking alcohol. People think that I have an issue with people who drink alcohol. People think I have an issue with people that get tattoos. I don't care what you do and what you consume and, what you do with your body. For me personally, I never wanted to get a tattoo because, tattoos are very permanent. And I always said that there was nothing that I could even think of that I would want on my body permanently. And I know that people always go to family members, but, even though I'm close to like my mom and stuff like that, I still don't think I would get her name tatted on me. Like, I never really believed in doing that. I'm like, that's just way too permanent, and you never know. You never know what might happen. And so I never felt comfortable with the idea of putting something on my body permanently. However, 1111 in particular, right? So obviously 1111 is an angel number. There are a ton of different meanings when it comes to these angel numbers, but one that always stood out to me that I'm going to read, it says that, the angel number 1111 means that your spiritual masters are guiding you and you should not worry about how things will unfold in your life. It symbolizes a new beginning in your self-development journey, thus renewing faith in your hidden potential. And this is the definition that I saw pop up quite a bit whenever I would look into it. And the reason why I was looking into it is because this number kept popping up for me. Now, if you are someone that is not spiritual and you don't believe in certain things, then this video probably isn't for you because you probably aren't going to resonate with the things that I discuss in this video. And so if you don't believe in angel numbers, if you don't believe in that sort of thing, I'm not going to be upset if you click off, the video, because I will be kind of diving more into that with this, because this truly was a spiritual connection that I felt to this number. And 1111 started to pop up a lot in my life. And I know people often will say like, oh, like, were you just waiting for the clock to turn 1111? No, I was not. But there were a lot of times where I would just look at the clock or I would check my phone. Again, not even realizing what time it was or, whatever the case may be. And I would always see 1111. But then it would go even past that. It would go past like the time on my phone or the time on the microwave in the kitchen. I started seeing it in other places. I started seeing it on receipts at the store or at a restaurant. I started seeing 1111 as a word count, like when you're in Google Docs and you're typing up something and then you check to see what the word count is. Back when I had my writing job, whenever I would check the word count to make sure that I would meet the requirements, I would see 1111 pop up. There were even times where I would be looking at clocks that weren't set to the proper time because of daylight savings or whatever the case may be, and 1111 would pop up. As well as on social media, I would go on Twitter. I see that a tweet that I'm looking at has 1111 views. I would go into YouTube. This video has 1111 views, or this post has 1111 comments. Like it was popping up constantly, non-stop, to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little overwhelmed here. What does this mean? And so that's when I started kind of looking into it and realizing like, okay, this is kind of like a sign from God or from, the angels above that, things are going to start turning around for me. And honestly, I started seeing this number a little bit in 2022. So, as you guys know, I was struggling so hard to find any type of job or any any type of work. And, I was constantly getting hit with the rejection emails. There is one job in particular that I had applied to that I started interviewing with in December. This is when the angel numbers really started to pop up, because all throughout my interview process, I would see these numbers pop up like a lot. And there was like a sense of reassurance that I got in seeing those numbers, because I'm like, okay, this probably means something good, right? And then next thing you know, on January 1st, as I'm sitting up in emergency care, I get an email from that job saying that, that I had got the job, basically. And this was like, after getting so many rejection emails, so many companies I had interviewed for telling me that, I didn't get the job. I finally got that yes. Granted, it still wasn't a full-time job, but it was a full-time fellowship. And, I knew that the experience that I would get from that would really help me out a lot in my career. And so, but with that being said, that was the only job that I had interviewed for where I saw those numbers pop up consistently, and I ended up getting it. And I will say that every interview that I've had, after leaving that job, I haven't really seen those numbers pop up, and I still don't have a job. And so, that was kind of like my first sign of those numbers meaning something good for me. And so, yeah, it's no secret that this year in particular has been like really rough. Honestly, the past 2 years have been really, really rough just across the board. I mean, again, just starting with like the career stuff, like me thinking that I was on track to have a full-time job after college and it just not happening. Me thinking that I was going to be moved out into my own apartment at this time hasn't happened. And then, prior to a couple months ago, me also being worried about my YouTube channel and it not really taking off and it not really growing like that. And then, of course, the main thing being, going through intense heartbreak and that almost destroying me and that being really hard to go through. I've been going through a lot these past 2 years, so much so that it almost felt like things just were getting worse and worse and worse, and I just could not see anything getting better because just bad stuff just kept happening. But funny enough, shortly after I got my heart broken for the second time, I started seeing 1111 pop back up again, because there had actually been like a time period where I wasn't really seeing it, but then after that situation happened, I just started seeing it, pop up a lot. And honestly, it gave me a sense of reassurance that things would be okay, and that's kind of what I relate this number to. I feel like whenever this number has popped up in my life very consistently, it usually means that either something good is about to happen or that I am on the right path. I feel like it's always like a confirmation, like, okay, you are where you're supposed to be, you're on the right track, and you're on your way to what you're destined to have. And as soon as I started to try my hardest to believe that, as well as pouring into my faith very heavily and strengthening that relationship that I have with God, I finally started to see life turn around for the better, to a point where like I didn't even think like was possible. Like honestly, and even with where I am in my life right now, right, like I still don't have the full-time job, I'm still not moved out, my finances are dwindling, but there are other aspects of my life that have been flourishing, and it's almost been surreal to the point where I honestly can't believe it. Like I honestly can't believe that things actually are starting to get better, and that certain things that I've wanted for so long are finally starting to manifest itself. Because like for so long I was just worried that I would never get to a place where I would like actually be happy on a consistent basis, and that I would actually enjoy life, and that even stuff like this, like my YouTube channel doing well, or me finally making friends. These are all things that I've just had in my mind as hopes and dreams, and I was losing faith that those things would actually happen. But the more I just lean into my faith, and the more I kind of just let things go, like because again, for those of y'all who know me, I'm a control freak, and I am someone that has tried to control my life in the way that it has played out, and I feel like that has led to nothing but just depression and misery. Because something that I learned the hard way is that you can't control life. Like you can't control what happens to you, and I know that that's like an unpopular thing to say, because like nowadays, like manifestation is like a big big thing, and people believe that if you, just say something, or if you just believe something, it'll happen. That just has not been my case. So for those of y'all who, manifesting works, shout out to y'all. I guess y'all are the lucky ones, but for me, that just has not happened. And I've done all types of manifestation techniques that, I've read about, and, I learned the hard way that things are going to happen when they're meant to happen, and I cannot force anything to happen. I can't force a job to happen. I can't force a relationship to happen. I can't force friendships to happen. I can't force anything. And so I have to kind of just live life for me and let life happen the way that it's supposed to. And once I finally let go of that control, and I was like, you know what? At this point, I give up. I give up trying to control things. I give up trying to make things happen. Whatever God wants from me and whatever his timeline looks like, I'm just gonna go along with that. I literally gave up control of my own life, and I just put it in his hands. And honestly, I can say ever since that has happened, things have started to look up for me. And like I said, I am in the best place that I've ever been mentally, like ever. Like, and again, I don't have everything that I would like, but things are definitely better than they were. And I honestly didn't think that I could even get to this point like on my own. And although there are like certain things that I still worry about, like, am I ever gonna move out, or am I ever gonna find my person? There are still certain things that I do worry about sometimes. But all in all, like, once I really started to put that love and that energy into me and focusing on me and what I want in life and what would make me happy, I really started to enjoy life more. When I started living life for me and not other people, I feel like that's when the biggest shift happens. And yes, of course, people say these things, and like you know it from a surface level. Like, of course, like once you start loving on yourself, then things start to happen. But it really took for me to like truly practice that on a day-to-day to really see the results of it. And I can honestly say too, like for me, like I pray every single night. I've been praying every single night consistently since I want to say July. And literally as soon as August hit, YouTube channel just took off, hit 10K. I started going on trips. I went to VidCon. I went to, I started doing all these things, and life started to finally look up for me. And I'm like, wow, like things are actually getting better, and I'm actually in a space where I'm happy and I'm at peace, and I didn't even know that this was possible. And so, I'm kind of going on a tangent, but basically to get back to the topic at hand, right? Why I chose 1111. For me, 1111 is a confirmation that no matter what, everything is going to be okay. Things are going to get better. I'm where I'm supposed to be in life, and just that everything is going to be okay. And once I kind of made that connection to that number, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to get this tattooed on me. It's something that means a lot to me. I feel like it represents how far I've come in the self-work that I've done on myself. And it just really means a lot to me. And again, even in me right now in this new phase of my life. And that's the other thing too. I wanted it to symbolize where I am currently in life. And I wanted to be able to look back on this tattoo and remember this stage of my life where I'm doing all this self-work and healing and growth and really going on this journey of learning more about myself and doing the things that make me happy, trying new things. I wanted to be able to look back on this tattoo and remember where I was at this very moment, where I'm doing all of the self-work and where it's going to get me to in the future. And so I'm like, you know what? Even though I've been very anti-tattoo my entire life, I'm going to get this one. I'm definitely going to get this one because it means a lot. And I have that constant reminder on my wrist that everything is going to be okay. And because I have now seen that play out, like I've seen where I've been at literally rock bottom, and I have witnessed my life get better and better since then. Now that I've gotten to a place where I actually believe that, I want to get that reminder on my tattoo. And so, and even to this day, I still see 1111 a lot. I mean, I literally saw it today. Like, again, unknowingly, I saw that number pop up today. And so, you know, I don't know what it means. I don't know what's coming. I don't know what's around the corner, but I am believing that it means that something good is, you know, coming around. And I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's a new job opportunity. I don't know if it means my YouTube channel is gonna go through another spike. I don't know what that means, but honestly, that number really truly has become a sense of comfort for me, and it just has a lot of meaning. And honestly, I wanted to make this video too because I know I'm gonna get a lot of questions about it. And the thing is, it's not that I don't like talking about it. I just have a hard time explaining the meaning behind it, like in person. And so I kind of just wanted to like make a video, so then that way if someone did ask about it, I could be like, hey, go watch this video to get context about why I got this tattoo. Because that was the one thing I was worried about too. I'm like, I know people are gonna like ask me to my face, like, you know, why are you getting this tattoo? And I always get like flustered explaining it. And so I'm like, you know what, let me just try to put it in a concise video so people can like watch it and like learn more about it. But yeah, you know, again, with all that being said, you know, I'm just definitely in a space right now where I am growing and evolving and becoming more comfortable with who I am, and I'm growing more into who I'm supposed to be. I'm thankful and I'm grateful for where I am currently. And like I said, I don't know where my life is headed to next. I don't know what is next for me. You know, I still have, you know, my goals and whatnot, but like I said, I've kind of just released any level of, you know, just trying to control things and just allowing life to play out, but also making sure that I take advantage of every opportunity that comes my way. And so far it's been working out. So far it's been going good. And so yeah, like I do hope that, you know, things continue in this way for, you know, 2024 and for my 24th year on this earth. I pray that I can experience, you know, more opportunities, and, you know, that my angels are sticking by me, and, you know, that things continue to improve for me. And so yeah, I think that's all I have to say. That again, this tattoo for me is not only a confirmation of things getting better, even things that I'm questioning. You know, like there's sometimes where I won't know what to do, and I ask God, like, hey, like, is this what I should be doing? And sometimes the number will pop up and I'm like, okay, that was my confirmation. Or even just again, like reassuring me that, like, listen, things may not be the way that you want it to be right now, but something better is to come. And so yeah, so with that being said, here is the full tattoo process that I went through to get this. The process honestly was only like 5 minutes. I think the tattoo took about 5 minutes. Ended up being like $60, so it wasn't too expensive. But yeah, I have the entire process on film. And so if you guys watched, you know, this part of the video, I appreciate it. So make sure you guys keep watching if you guys want to see me in excruciating pain for the next 5 minutes. I'm talking about, like, on a scale from 1 to 10, I was about an 8 or 9 in terms of pain. Like, because the wrist hurts. I don't know if anyone ever told y'all this. If y'all decide y'all want to get tattoos, getting a tattoo on the wrist is painful because you got those veins. Now let me tell you something. When he got like in this region right here, oh my god, it was painful. But yeah, so stay tuned if you guys want to check out, you know, the entire tattoo process. But if not, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, and also comment down below if you guys have any tattoos and what the meanings are behind those tattoos. I would love to hear you guys, you know, discuss that in the comments down below. And make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.
So this was your other suggestion, right?
Huh?
Like, this is your other... Look at the footage.
Yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna get it this size. About to get my first tattoo. I'm really nervous. But I've been wanting this for a while, so I'm a tough cookie. Tough cookie. Yes. I have a high pain tolerance, so I should be good.
And the nail took forever, and she was like, that was the. I'm gonna get some coffee. Coffee.
No, I'm good.
Ron, right? Ron, here. Do you want any coffee?
It's getting real.
Oh.
That's like numbing. Oh no.
This is transfer.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You can
The
tell
numbing
I.
doesn't. The numbing. One of the main things about the numbing is that it only really works where there's like some fatty tissue, like on the wrist, hands. It just doesn't do anything because like the way the numbing cream works is that it inflames the tissue, constricts the flow of blood to the nerves, and so you have to have some tissue to inflame. And like, this is just not really too much.
At the wrist. Okay.
You just kind of, but it won't take long.
Okay. You know roughly how long?
Your arm down natural. Just relax. Just like dead relax. I'm gonna touch you. Just relax your arm, just like you stand natural. And I just want you to come around. And just kind of rest it there. I want it like that. I want it kind of flat. Do you want it facing you or facing the world? You.
Yes.
So like this is where I was talking about, like a little bit over. Where I was talking about like a little bit above these wrinkles. Let's make sure this is.
Okay.
Just drop your arm down natural. Let's see.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
And make sure. All right, go take a look in the mirror and tell me what you think. There's a full-length mirror over there.
You want to take the phone?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. This is gonna be the tattoo placement. Yeah, I really like this.
Live in, like, you know, Hyattsville, and
Yeah.
a lot of my friends moved to Hyattsville, or they live here. Because it got so expensive.
Yeah, it's definitely cheaper in Southern Maryland.
DC is
DC is crazy.
Yeah.
You're not in it. Don't worry. I'll make sure you're not in it.
expensive.
But yeah, my mom grew up in DC.
Where'd you go to high school? I'm just not even recognizable at all. All right, you been tattooed before?
No.
So it stings, but I think you'll be fine. Yeah, it hurts.
You got it.
It's manageable. Oh, yeah, whatever you want.
Should I put it on?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like 80 degrees today, so that's fine. Yeah, I don't care. I mean, whatever you want.
I didn't turn it on when I got in, but it just seemed to warm up a lot.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like 80 today.
Okay.
But we do have a little bit of room to.
All right, cool. Pretty crazy. You know, I mean, I think when you get paid, like, and they got paid like real money
Yeah.
to play games. Like,
They got a lot of money machine.
well, they were like tournament players, so they.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they probably. I mean, the main guy probably made $250 grand a year
Oh, wow.
playing video games. Like, it was crazy.
That's amazing.
You take a look. Let's take a look in there. I think everything should be fine.
All right, y'all, it's official. Got my tattoo. I really like it. Here's my tattoo. It is official. I love it.